He beat Canelo Álvarez in front of 70,000 people, and still, they took his belt. This isn't just a video about boxing. It's about how merit offends. It's about what happens when a man decides not to follow the script anymore. While the world shouted impossible, Terence Crawford silenced a stadium, and the world listened. But what happened next? No one ever told. Today, you're going to find out why the greatest victory of Crawford's career was in truth a crime against the logic of sport. He was born in Omaha, Nebraska, a city better known for cornfields than champions. But for young Terence, fists spoke louder than statistics. Raised in a neighborhood where survival was a skill, not a choice, boxing became more than a sport. It was his way out. At age 7, gloves replaced toys. By his teens, local gyms whispered of a boy who saw punches before they were thrown. The streets taught him toughness, but the ring refined it. No flash, no trash talk, just precision, timing, and a discipline that would soon terrify professionals. What made Crawford different wasn't just the wins, it was how he won. He didn't overpower, he outthought. He dismantled Errol Spence Jr. in 2023, the same way a master dismantles a puzzle. Clean, quiet, devastating. That fight, dubbed the biggest since Mayweather versus Pacquiao, wasn't just historic, it was surgical. Fans expected war. Crawford delivered art. And with that performance, he wasn't just undefeated, he was untouchable. So why would a man like that risk everything and climb a weight class to face the most dangerous name in boxing? Because comfort was never the goal. Against all odds, media doubts, size disadvantages, and whispered warnings from the WBC's back corridors, Crawford accepted the Canelo fight. September 13th, 2025. Las Vegas. The Allegiant Stadium roared with over 70,000 voices, most of them betting against him. But when the bell rang, Crawford didn't blink. He dissected Canelo, round after round. No lucky punches, no controversies, just undeniable skill, a unanimous decision, a legacy moment. But what came after that historic night was even more unthinkable. The shock was immediate. Fans erupted online. Analysts stuttered through their reactions. Former champions, from Amir Khan to Sean Porter, couldn't believe what they'd just seen. Crawford hadn't just won, he dominated. He outclassed Canelo Álvarez, the face of boxing, the man who'd bullied the best at 168 pounds, using nothing but timing, footwork, and surgical precision. ESPN called it a masterclass. Deadspin claimed it reshaped the GOAT conversation. The BBC nominated him for the World Sports Star of the Year, placing him in a conversation with legends like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. The world finally saw what Omaha had always known. Crawford wasn't just great, he was the system's glitch. But as the praise rolled in, so did something else. Silence from the WBC. Days passed, then weeks. No celebratory posts, no belts delivered. And then it hit. They had stripped Crawford of his title. Officially, the reason was a missed sanctioning fee. Unofficially, the timing was too convenient. Fans cried foul. Why now? Why him? Some saw it as a punishment for breaking the script, for proving that greatness doesn't have to come wrapped in corporate branding or size advantages. He didn't just win, he embarrassed the machine. And the machine doesn't forget. Enter Warren Buffett. The billionaire from Crawford's own Nebraska backyard publicly backed his hometown hero. He called for a rematch, this time with $100 million purse on the table. When the system resists you, you go bigger, Buffett was quoted as saying. Crawford didn't ask for revenge, he asked for respect. But when power sees truth rising, it doesn't celebrate, it suppresses. So how does a man beat everything, the odds, the narrative, the legend, and still end up losing? Maybe because the fight outside the ring was always the real one. Terence Crawford is not just a fighter, he is a quiet rebellion in gloves. While the boxing world debated rankings, pay-per-views and personalities, Crawford let his fists speak the language of precision. He never chased cameras, he chased greatness. And in doing so, he became something rare, a symbol of integrity in a sport increasingly shaped by marketing deals, fake rivalries, and corrupt sanctioning bodies. His path wasn't paved with hype, it was carved in sweat, patience, and a mind that processed the ring like a grandmaster playing chess on broken glass. But even that, even being technically perfect, was not enough. The WBC didn't strip Crawford of his title because he wasn't the best. They did it because he didn't play their game. He didn't bow to the politics of payoffs. He didn't kneel before promotional empires or smile on cue for the media circus. He fought the best, he beat the best, and they made him pay for it. The belt wasn't taken in the ring, it was stolen in silence through bureaucracy. A sanctioning fee, they said, but for those who were watching closely, it looked more like retaliation, a message. Know your place. The truth is, this story isn't just about boxing. It's about every industry, every system, where talent isn't enough, where power protects itself and brilliance that doesn't conform is punished. Crawford joins a long line of greats, athletes like Muhammad Ali, Serena Williams, Colin Kaepernick, who learned that the spotlight isn't always about performance, it's about obedience. And when you break the mold, you don't just challenge your opponents, you challenge the hierarchy, and the hierarchy fights back. So what happens when even winning isn't enough? That question hangs in the air like the final bell of a round that shook the sport. Crawford fought a man who outweighed him, out-earned him, out-hyped him, and he won. Clean, dominant. But history, it seems, is written by those who hold the pens, not by those who land the punches. And maybe that's the lesson that echoes far beyond the ropes of the ring. Boxing, in this light, becomes a metaphor for all of us who did the right thing, who worked harder, stayed honest, played fair, and still got overlooked. Terence Crawford is our reflection. He reminds us that the world doesn't always reward excellence. Sometimes it resents it. But here's the twist. That resentment is proof. Proof that you've shaken something real, that you've hit a nerve, and in the end, maybe the real championship isn't made of leather and gold. Maybe the true title is the respect they can't strip from you. The legacy that lives long after the headlines fade. To you watching this, if this story hit something in your chest, it's because you know this fight. Maybe not in a ring, maybe in a boardroom, a classroom, or your own home, but you felt it. The weight of doing everything right and still being told it's not enough. So if this video moved you, don't just watch, be part of this message. Like the video to push this truth further. Comment below, tell us, have you ever won and still lost? Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the stories they don't want told. And share this with someone who needs to know. Being underestimated doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're a threat. And before we wrap, a massive thank you to everyone who commented on our last videos. Your insight, your passion, your fire, it fuels what we do. We read every single word. And today we push this story forward together. Because this isn't just about Terence Crawford, this is about all of us. And our fight, it's only just begun.